Okay, first of all, let's look at some stats about my garden. It is 20, the fenced area at least is 20 feet wide by 75 feet long. I think 75 feet long. The greenhouse is an 8 by 10. I am in zone 2 in Canada. So some things to think about. Also, I don't till and I don't fertilize, and I don't use herbicides or pesticides. Part of that has to do with sustainability, and it's not easy for me to get. And I think it's healthier in the long run, personally, but it's not easier. Just to let you know. Okay, let's take a look. So this is my garden. It's my first year up in the Great White North. I'm in northern Saskatchewan. It's my first year coming from a more temperate climate. So let me give you a quick tour. Along the north side of my garden, I've planted sunflowers and some beans. Hopefully grow up beside the sunflowers. I figure they won't block any sun over here, and they'll be able to get the most. So that is what I've done on this side of my garden, on the north side. Then I have rows of tomatoes. It's a mix of heirloom beefsteak tomatoes and Roma and cherry tomatoes. So I have a variety here for our tomato planting needs. This row I have another tomato plant here. Starting to get some tomatoes forming on it. This is a Roma tomato. Most of my tomatoes I buy are heirloom seeds, but those are not. The cherry tomatoes are Juliet tomatoes. These are heirloom, and so are the beefsteak, but those ones are just a regular. I think it's organic, but not heirloom. These are cucumbers here. I have very little happening in the cucumber department so far, but it will come. I'll get some at least. Let's look under here, see what we can see. Aha! I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but there we go. No. Yes. Little tomato or cucumbers forming. Something's happening. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tomato plants. It's coming along. Now this is my first year planting potatoes. Where I came from really didn't have space for potatoes in my little planting boxes, but now I have this huge patch. I'll be doing a potato video to show you guys about what I did and my successes and failures with that. I've got 2 4x8 boxes that you cannot see under this here, and 1 4x8 box out here, and then 2 smaller ones at the end. I planted them in raised bed gardens because the ground was kind of wet when I wanted to plant them. So I saw somebody else do it. I thought I'd give it a shot. There's a lot of plant. I don't know how much potato there'll be. We'll see. Here I got a zucchini plant with some zucchinis starting. 2 plants, I should say. And then I have my rows of corn and beans. I have some other squash at the end. And over here I have a couple cantaloupe plants. We'll see how they do. Tried to go with the whole system method, 3-system method. You can see there's a couple more sunflower plants up there. And then, because this side gets a little less sun, I planted peas along the north side. And I'm getting some good harvests. Here, all summer long, you can grow peas. It's never that hot for that long where they die off. So, getting some good pea action. Okay. Got some little onions. Really, I think I wasn't thinking that onions would grow, but they're doing okay. They're doing okay. And the garlic I'm gonna harvest today. Actually, I got maybe 8 or 10 plants that I planted actually last fall, and they lasted through the winter. For a while I thought that wasn't gonna happen, but they lasted through the winter, and I'm ready to harvest it now. Mind you, it's the beginning of August, but they made it. Something else that lasted through the winter and came up again was parsnip. It's gone to seed now. I'll be collecting the seeds, so look out for that video. A couple rows here of parsnip, all in flower. Okay, we got some beets. A row of beets on the other side of the parsnip. I harvested some already. I would love to see more beets, but I planted them a little bit early and some of them died off, but I did get still a good chunk to last, and yeah, I'm happy enough. This row I have carrots and chives. I planted onions along the one side, but most of them didn't grow here for some reason, but they grew on the other side by the garlic, if you remember. But the chives are doing great. The chives I actually found in the bush, and I just transplanted them here, and they're growing great here, so I'm happy. The carrots I planted really close together, and I've been harvesting them for about a month now. This last bit I'm going to probably save for another couple weeks and then take them all out in one shot and preserve some. Awesome area are my brassicas that never see the light of day. Well, they do through the tarp, but the bugs are so bad, they're just eating off everything. So what's under here managed to be saved. There's some broccoli that flowered. Great. I barely got any broccoli this year. It all bolted, but as you can see, you can keep the seeds and use them again. I got a nice cabbage from here, and I have some more coming. I'll show you some pictures of those. But yeah, you have to cover here all the time, or else the bugs just eat it off. Completely gone. So a couple weird things about my garden that you might notice. Number one, there are, kind of more weeds than I'd like. But at the same time, every day I go through and weed it with a 5-gallon bucket and take that bucket and it feeds my chickens. Oh yeah, all of this every day. And you wouldn't even know it's missing. So I don't take out all the chickweed and things to let it grow back, because I need it and I'm using it, I'm harvesting it for the chickens. There are a lot of weeds in general because I don't till, I don't spray, I don't do a lot of the things that a lot of farmers here do to make your life easier. But coming from a biology background, I'm trying to maintain the health of the soil. I don't fertilize either, and I don't have trouble growing a lot of food. There's no nutrient deficiencies here. And part of that is, I know, because of the mulching that I've done last year to use it this year, and just keeping the health of the soil, letting worms grow, or continue in the soil, because if you till your whole soil, the worms are gone, the bugs that help compost are gone. So I keep it. It's a lot of work for me weeding, and it doesn't look picture perfect, but it works for me, and maybe it'll work for you, or maybe you're okay with buying stuff from the store, and there's nothing wrong with that. But stores are not that accessible here for me. It's not easy. Amazon doesn't really deliver, so it's more sustainable for me to try and do everything I can here to keep the soil health, as opposed to reintroducing nutrients into it. It's also fenced all the way around. I don't know if you can see the fence. Sorry, my camera skills are kind of weak. That's to kind of keep out mostly the dog. The dog keeps out the deer and the rabbits, but she likes to dig, so we need to fence off the garden for that. Anyways, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions or tips for me growing in this cold environment, where the growing season is so short, leave them in the comments below. And I do appreciate all the support that I've been getting with this YouTube channel. So if you have any videos that you want me to do, or suggestions, I would love to hear about them. Also, all the likes and comments and subscribing helps the channel a lot, and lets me share with you what it's like to grow in this serious, sometimes inhospitable climate. Anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you soon.